everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the Spooktober Spooktacular Readathon Announcement TBR Spectacular. So in this video I'm going to go over briefly the basic gist of this readathon and the books that I tentatively have planned. We all know how my TBRs for readathons end up going. I drastically change them every time in case you didn't know, but these are the books that I plan on reading. We'll see how that goes. So first, let's get into the details of this readathon. So this readathon is super fun. It was designed by Jasmine over at Novel Thoughts, and it's so unique, it's so super fun, and there's so many things that you can join in or not join in, and it's just great. The concept of this entire readathon is a choose your own adventure map. I have mine printed out right here. I will put a better version of it on the screen right now. But basically, what you're gonna do is you're going to follow a certain path from the bottom of the map up to the top. And there are certain challenges to read along the way, and when you reach certain forks in the path, you can pick one or the other based on the type of book that you want to read and work your way up. The only rule is you can't backtrack on the map. You have to constantly be moving up as you do in life, but the goal is basically to reach the top of the map where you will make friends with a spooky Halloween friend. You have a little ghost and skeleton and vampire and witch and zombie up there. They're just spooky and friendly. If you just want to be friends with them, that's fine. But an added element to this readathon is we're also doing a Halloween House Cup where you pick a team and you can earn points just by reading the books that follow that path up to a certain team member, or by posting on social media or anything. You can gain points for your team. So there's obviously going to be a team ghost, team skeleton, team zombie, team witch, and team vampire. Hint, I'm captain of Team Vampire. Join my team. We're super fun. We have cookies and popcorn. That's a lie. I can't give you any of those things through the camera, but it'll be really fun here if you join. Just saying. So I will leave all of the details down in the description. Jasmine made a really detailed blog post. If you have any questions about it, feel free to ask any of us across all of the hosts of Spooktober or down in the comments down below. I would be happy to answer them for you, but her blog post pretty much answers any question that you could have. So basically, it's choose your own adventure readathon. You can pick a team and you can just travel along the journey with us. The only stipulation of joining into the House Cup with us is you have to announce your TBR and your team prior to starting the readathon. So you kind of have to plot out your path as you begin. Again, Team Vampire's the way to go, just saying. So because I am on Team Vampire, I have a certain path that I kind of plan on taking, and I honestly picked that just because they fit a lot of the books that I wanted to read anyway. So if you guys haven't seen how I do readathons, I make these little handy dandy charts where I have books that I plan to read here, the challenges I need to complete, and then as I complete each book or challenge, I move the little sticky over. This is my tentative TBR. Like I said, I tend to fail at TBRs a lot, so I'm gonna go through briefly my set of challenges and the books that I plan on reading for them. Like everyone, at the very beginning of this readathon, there is a read a book of your choice. So that's a freebie, you can do that, and you can also double up. So whatever book of your choice can also be lumped into another one of the readathon goals. So for that, I plan on reading The Wood by Chelsea Babluski? I don't know. Her first name's Chelsea though, so hey! This is just like the perfect Halloween read. It has a leaf on it that's bleeding. Some creepy things happen in the woods. I honestly don't really know, but it sounds great for a readathon because it's Halloween oriented and it's pretty short. So book number 1. Challenge number 2 for me is a book set in the past, and for that I'm going to read Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Shauna McGuire. I don't know if it's necessarily set in the past, but I know that it is set prior to Every Heart a Doorway. This is kind of a prequel, companion type novel, so this is definitely set in the past of the story that I've been following. Is that legitimate? I don't know, but that's my plan. Because again, creepy, fall, darkish moor vibes, short book, readathon ready. My next challenge on the path is a book that has magic in it, and for that I'm going to listen to Girls Made of Snow and Glass. This is the audiobook that I won from Goodreads, so audiobooks are pretty much what get me through readathons, so this is kind of my book of choice because it seems really dark and twisty, but it has magic in it, so this is that book. The next book along my path is a book with orange on the cover, and for that I'm going with Spellbook of the Lost and Found by Moira Fowley Doyle. Because she is a lovely redhead, got some fiery orange hair there, and her name is in orange. I have orangier books, but I just really want to read this, and it definitely has a very fall vibe to it, so I just really wanted to read this. Oh, there's also fire here, so orange. The next challenge for me is to read a book after sunset, and I like this because it doesn't say like read a book completely after sunset in one sitting, which I will most likely do, but I like that I get to read a book at night in general over the course of the week. So that works for me. So for that, I'm gonna go with White Crow by Marcus Sedgwick. I picked this up specifically for the readathon because it is, again, a short, creepy, Halloween-y type book that I think I will be able to get through fairly quickly because the pages are pretty short, so I think I can read this fairly easily at nighttime. And the next challenge is the one that's probably gonna throw a lot of people, but I have faith in you guys, but that is to read a book with dark in the title. And we all know where I'm going with this because I just hauled these recently and I'm real excited about it. And that is Three Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake. I know, I still haven't read this yet, but I also just got One Dark Throne, so again, there's another one. I also got And I Darken, so I might read that, but that's pretty long. I don't really know. But I have choices, and I like having choices. Pretty much once I get to the end of my TBR, like the end challenges, is when I start to like veer from my planned path. So we're gonna go with this because I really want to read it. And then for the last challenge, it is to read a Gothic novel. This can kind of be taken any way because Gothic in my mind means original classic Gothic horror literature. So my first thought for this was to read Frankenstein by Mary Shelley because you can't get much more Gothic than this. Maybe Dracula, that's pretty Gothic, but this is a pretty short classic book to read, so I'm thinking about this. But I'm also thinking about taking on the very daunting challenge of reading Nevermore by Kelly Cray, because this is a YA Gothic story. This is like a retelling of Poe stories, I want to say. And I've always wanted to read this trilogy, but it's a chunker of a book. So will I actually get through this in a week, along with all of these other books? Who knows? And the other option that I came up with is possibly reading Ashes on the Waves by Mary Lindsay. This, I believe, is a retelling of Annabelle Lee. Hello, super gothic there. So I have options for this. I'm gonna leave this one fairly open, but my main goal is really to get to this series this fall, so I might have to force it. It's a YA, loosely based paranormal Poe romance. I feel like that should be fairly easy to read, so we'll see. So this is my very pretentious TBR. Will I get through it? Who knows? I do have some short books in there that I can probably get through in one sitting, but this is the tentative goal. So again, I will have all of the information for this linked down below. It's gonna be really fun. If you don't want to do the Halloween House Cup, you do you. You can just follow your own path with your little heart's desire, whatever you feel like reading. It's just a really fun month that we've just kind of been throwing a ton of activities at you guys, so this is just another added thing. And I think that's it. I think I've rambled long enough. These are the books that I plan on reading. Pay attention for my actual wrap-up for this because I guarantee this pile is going to be very different when I finish it. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys are reading some amazing books, and I hope you're planning some amazing readathon books along with me, and I'll see you in my next video.